Hi everyone, it is Fitz with the Daily Delivery. I hope you're doing well. I am very good. Probably not as good as Kansas State offensive line coach Brian Lepak. I'm just saying, he's probably having a really good week. Why? Because Kansas State used the transfer portal to add two veteran, skilled offensive linemen who will be in the mix for K-State immediately. And why did they do that? Why did they bring guys in as they're trying to cut down to that 105 roster? What's the purpose here? And what's going on with the depth at that position group? Well, we're going to get into all that right after I remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're about at 16,000. If you're not subscribing, please do so. Helps us out. Got to keep those numbers moving for YouTube to do their thing. It's kind of weird. So JB Nelson comes in from Penn State, and this dude can play. He has played over 3 seasons, 31 games. He started 8 times in 2023 and didn't get any starts in 24. Thus, he hits the portal. But he has played 776 snaps during his time at Penn State. This is a veteran offensive lineman who plays both guard and tackle. And that's exactly what K-State's looking for. They're looking for guys that can play both. And I have a suspicion they were recruiting both of these guys, hoping to get one, and they got both. Because Terrence Enos Jr. comes from Pitt. His 3 seasons are 27 games. He played all 13 games this season and started 4, but guess what? He too plays guard and tackle spots. Brian Lepak's got to be thrilled about this. Both of these dudes can play. So what's going on at the offensive line? Well, they're worried about their depth. I think the 5 guys we saw lined up there in the spring will be the depth along with these 2. Maybe someone else has a big fall after a really good summer program and moves into that. But I don't think they're saying we are totally lacking young talent at this position. Both of these players are one and dones. And when you do that, it kind of indicates you feel like you've got guys that might be ready in a year, but aren't quite ready now. And with Andrew Langang, you also have the possibility, as someone who can play guard and tackle there, he's primarily played guard at K-State, but we always thought of him as a tackle. He too can move around. So you could move a bunch of guys across here. One, both, none of these guys can start, but I have a feeling JB Nelson will be in the starting lineup. You just can't keep him sidelined because he's played a lot of football and he's played it at a high level. Both of these guys are coming in from power conferences. So I think they're ready to play. They've played a lot of football in their careers, and they certainly measure up size-wise. As for what's going on here with the kind of changing of philosophies, Brian Lepak's the new offensive line coach. This is his group. And while the work of Connor Riley as an offensive line coach around here is highly thought of, maybe Brian Lepak has some different ideas. And maybe he has a different type of physique or player they want. I know this. Some of these young guys haven't made the progress they thought they would so quickly, but they still believe in them. And other players, well, they just haven't panned out. The 105 cut may not be kind to them. But when you're talking about Nelson and Enos Jr., you got 2 dudes that are step in and be dudes, whether they're in the starting lineup or rotating in. There was one position that really had me concerned on this offense, and that was the offensive line. Could you get a group to be as aggressive and dominant as they need to be for this offense to go? Well, I think the conclusion coming out of spring is pretty clear. Chris Kleiman and Brian Lepak sat down and said, we need some more dudes. Let's go get them. And guess what? They went to Pennsylvania and found 2.